all the rest of that day on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again, through the machines they raced round and about again, changing the stars every single minute. They kept paying money, they kept running through until neither the plane or the star bellies knew whether this one was that one or this one was this one or which one was what one or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie, he packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car. In his car up the beach. They will never learn, he said. No, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBain was quite wrong. I'm happy to say that the Sneetches got really smart that day. They decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and they forgot about who had stars upon Mars, or whether or not the other had some upon Mars. The end. Thanks. So this is kind of an awkward transition, but the reason why I really love this story is because it talks about the fact that there's hope in humanity, even though we all look differently. Some are female, some of us are tall, some of us are black or brown or white, that we all can just kind of live together and be friends, regardless of this really small star that you really didn't even notice was up there. I'm gonna pass this sheet out at the end. But basically it has two columns. It has a side that has the dominant group and a side that has the non-dominant group. So what it means by that, you can think about the story where the Sneetches that had green stars on their bellies, they thought they were better than the other ones because, you know, for whatever reason, they had a star, so I guess the star was some type of symbol of power. So in my life, I recognize that these are three areas in which I may have power over someone else. So being born in America, being proficient in English, I sometimes may have power over someone who is not able to speak English fluently. Or being a Christian, I can walk, for the most part, I can probably walk into an airport without someone questioning my intentions of being in an airport. That's something that's very big. But in other ways, I'm kind of like the plain Billy Sneetches, where I'm a millennial. Everybody here is a millennial, I assume. Where people think that, you know, we're just so home, you know, you young thing, what do you know? Imagine telling them I'm going to have a PhD, that'll be interesting. So I would like for you guys to take this sheet and just kind of think about your green stars and your plain Billy stars. Please don't think, oh, because I'm a man, I must be terrible because I am dominant. That's not what it means. I mean, I don't feel bad for being these things. But more so use it as a tool to like kind of understand what other people might be going through and just begin to just kind of make friends. The end. Thank you.
All right. So that concludes the speeches portion of the meeting. Timer, was everyone in time?
With the 30-second grace period, yes.
All right, sweet. So additionally, on the bottom of your ballots, everyone can see a vote area. So vote for your favorite speaker, and then pass it into the middle as well as the rest of the comments for the other speakers. All right, now we will transition to the next section of the meeting, which will be table topics. This is my personal favorite part of the meeting because it gets everyone involved. Everyone's a little on the edge of their seats. So without further ado, I'll have Sarena come up and explain the section. So, Sarena.
Hi everyone, so we are now doing table topics, and if this is your first time here, or if you happen to have forgotten the rules over break, I will explain the rules again for you. So what happens is I will ask a question. It's usually an open-ended question. You can interpret it however you want and answer it however you want. But you do have one requirement, is that you must fit within the time frame. And Chris here is a timer, so what you want to do is talk until at least 1 minute, and then at 1 minute, he'll hold up the green, and then at 1 minute 30, he will hold up the yellow, and then at red, he will hold up, it means 2 minutes. So that means you have 30 seconds after the 2 minutes to wrap up. Now, the questions I'll be asking you today are questions that kids might ask their parents. So you can also interpret this as if your little sibling was asking you a question. So a lot of kids, especially younger ones, are autodidacts, and they learn through asking questions from other people. And if you can incorporate this word into your speech, that would be awesome. Additionally, before you say your speech and at the end of your speech, I'd love to shake your lovely, oily pizza hands. And without further ado, we shall begin. Great. So the first question, typically geared towards parents, is, when can I have a phone? And first person to answer this question will be Ella.
Oh, yeah, right here.
When can I have a phone? I don't know. I would say if my kid asked me when they could have a phone, depending on, well, first off, it would depend on how old they are. I feel like if you're 3 years old and you're asking me about a phone, you don't need it. Back in our day, we had Tamagotchis. We had, right, didn't we? We had Tamagotchis. We had other ways to use our time. We didn't need a phone. Do you know the evils in phones nowadays? Do you know a kid, imagine a 3-year-old who gets a hold of a phone, the knowledge, the wealth of information available to them because everyone's an autodidact in a world full of a bounty of knowledge because we have phones and phones are filled with knowledge. So, if my kid asks me, Mommy, can I have a phone? If they're 3, no. If they're 4, no. 5, 6, 7, no, no, no. 11, okay, I would think about it, give them some time. You know, you're going to middle school, there are emergencies, fights all the time. Well, at least in my middle school, there were fights. You may have questions with studying. Not everyone is an autodidact. Sometimes we need to look and have a more formal education through our Wikipedia to know what we're doing. So, I am ending my speech by saying, if you're my child, you can have a phone when you're 12 and in middle school and you need to learn a thing or two about science or something of that nature to improve your grades and your lot in life. Thank you.
Fantastic answer, Ellen. I would definitely wait for my kids until they're at least. All right, so the second question is more technical. Why is the sky blue and the grass green? I'd like to call on Enrique.
Why is the sky blue and why is the grass green?
Okay, time to pull some good old BS.
So why is the sky blue? First of all, why is the sky not blue?
we should ask ourselves that. Is because blue is God's favorite color? Maybe. we don't know for sure, right? Is the grass green because God's second favorite color is green? Maybe, you know? we don't know for sure. But I would say that the sky is blue because let me tell you why. Honestly, I don't have a good reason, personally. But scientists say it's because the wavelength of blue in the light spectrum is reflected most easily, you know, across the sky because of the clouds. But and the grass is green, well, because that's the light that we receive when the light is reflected from the actual, you know, grass onto our eyes. Other than those reasons, I honestly can't give you anything else, but I appreciate your attention, your time, and your patience.
Thank you, Enrique. I would have been able to answer the question myself. All right, the next question is a classic. Where did we come from? Ma'am, would you like to come up and try this one? So the question is, where do I come from?
Okay.
What is your name?
My name's Josephina. Great question. Where do I come from? The South, the deep South, as in South America. South America, not Georgia. And that's funny. I always like to say, you know, Southern girl, but not Southern belle. I actually came here at the age of 5. I was put into kindergarten, and I didn't know English, and I would pee my pants every day because I couldn't ask to go to the bathroom. That's where I'm from. I'm from a place that I actually just visited this Christmas for the first time in 15 years, and that is because my legal status didn't allow me to return to Argentina before then. It's so important to recognize where you're from, to go back to your cultural roots, and appreciate your family, your history, your ancestors, whatnot, because it's really what you're composed of. Even though I've lived in the United States for the majority of my life, I feel as American as anyone else that's actually from the good old South. And so it's an awesome life to be able to mix that deep, deep South American with the deep Georgian culture. And that's who I am, and that's where I'm from.
Thank you, Josephina. Our first question of what kids would ask you are, why do people die? Sir in the green. Woo!
So, why do people die? Well, I think a lot of people die because they don't live their lives the way they want to. They experience life in only one way. They step in their comfort zone, like I did before coming to this first Toastmasters meeting. And although I do have a bit of self-consciousness, I wanted to explore this meeting to see if I could improve my skills. And I think that people who don't go out of their comfort zone don't experience life itself, and that's the reason they die. Because a lot of people die because of like a broken heart, not chasing their dream. It's not just like physical conditions or like accidents. It's also due to things that are from like different reasons. And so I think that if you really want to experience like life on a different level, you should step out of your comfort zone, because people like die like every day, and like this is like the last, this might be the last day you might live, so you really need to like go out there and put yourself out there and give it all you got. So, yeah.
Dennis, would you like to answer that?
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Dennis. So why do you have to share with your sister, with your siblings? The reason is why, because she's your sister, and I love your sister, and I love you, and I want everybody of you to have fun in your life. And if you share having fun with your sister, it helps you to increase your fun when you do activities together. And so when your sister is sharing activities together with you, it helps to each other, it helps you to bond. And that also makes me happy, because if you're sharing, if I'm honest with you, if you're sharing everything with your sister, you could have much more, because otherwise I have to get stuff for your sister, which only your sister can use, and I have to get stuff for you, which only can you use. So if you agree to share everything with your sister, you would end up having much more fun, because you could use and get much more things in your life. And that's why you should share everything with your sister. Thank you.
Alright, this is a deeper question. Why is that man homeless? Ikra, would you like to answer this question?
Why is that man homeless? If my kid asked me that, first of all, I would be so proud of them being able to note that, to not just, because I was an oblivious brat, I didn't see nothing, I was blind to the world, like happy frilly pink dresses, and not noticing the people around me who don't have all the things that I have. Noticing someone else who has less is so important. It means your kid's growing. So first of all, I would be proud as a parent. Second of all, why is that person homeless? Everybody is born with certain things. Some people are born with looks, some people are born with smarts, some people are born with money. We can't have it all. Whenever I complain in the mirror, my mom's like, you didn't do your lipstick right, you didn't do this right, that outfit doesn't look good on you. My dad's like, chill, you can't have it all. And I'm like, Dad, you're right. Because but sometimes, I'm not saying that it's good to be homeless, but some of the most amazing people turn out to be homeless. You can't look at them and be like, wow, that's the dirt of society. No. People can be homeless because of circumstance, but that doesn't make them homeless mentally. I mean, you could be a graduate, you could be a PhD, you could be someone who is educated and life did not work out for you. It happens. So people aren't homeless because of something, well, they could cause it, but not because of something that's like, well, you're trash, but because of circumstance. It's how our lives are. So, thank you.
Very true. Sometimes being homeless is longer than. Alright. If a kid were to ask you, why does your handwriting look like Santa's? What would you say? Sir in the green. Wait, did I ask you already?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Alright, sir in the blue. Next up, yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, what was the question?
Why does your handwriting look like Santa's?
This looks like what?
Santa's.
Oh, Santa. Okay, I heard that wrong. I'm gonna be a little rusty. I haven't been here in a semester, so. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what Santa's handwriting looks like, but many people say that Santa is the best person on earth because he gives gifts to everybody. But sometimes you have to think, is he really the best? because he enslaves millions of elves to do these less than minimum wage jobs. So I don't think Santa's that good, to be honest. But so if his handwriting is bad, is like considered bad, then mine is considered bad. So, and you know what else is bad? Handwriting? Doctors. So doctors' handwritings are not that. So because I originally came here because I wanted to go to medical school, but unfortunately that didn't work out because it's just I couldn't get enough research opportunities. So that's what I wanted to be. So I see myself working towards that, but since this doesn't work that way, I had to go to another graduate school. So Santa can become like the best, but I wouldn't consider my handwriting to be that good compared because it's Santa. So I just don't think, my hands are shaking. So that's it. Thank you.
Great, awesome. Next question is, what is love? Sir?
Good afternoon, guys. This is so awesome. What is love? What is love? I could speak of a million things today about love. I've been married for 9 years. I have 4 kids, 3 boys, and a 16-year-old daughter that has a mind of her own. But what is love? I'm a Christian man. I love God. So to me, love is defined as putting other people before you. For me, love is not thinking about yourself, but also thinking about the people that are around you. Not only thinking about your needs, but also pursuing the needs of others, helping them to get where they're going in life. So love for me is not selfish. It is free to give. It is free of motives. It's not selfish. It overworks. It's, as we are today, someone loves us. It's greater than what our mother and our father calls love. God calls it agape love. That means it's unconditional. It means that no matter how you live, no matter what happens in your life, no matter how people treat you, you continue to smile, you continue to be you, and you don't let people call you out of character. So for me, love is putting others first. Thank you.
That was a very wise answer, Greg. Thank you. Great. The last question, and we should be wrapping up with this, is what are cooties? And Tyler Burnett, want to?
Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. 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 What are cooties? Cooties was that horrible invention.
Girls like Ikra.
And Jessica. See, the violence. It starts with the cooties. It's a disease, I tell you. A disease. A disease. We as men, yes men, barrel-chested, 3 hairs poking out. Men wearing Speedos, that's right, I'm confident. We must eradicate. Because if we don't, we're all going to be like women. And God, they're crazy. They're all crazy. There's one now. I'm already too close. Help me. Get the vaccine, break the glass, do whatever you gotta do.